Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Locks. Tracy here, and it's quite early in the morning according to, well, it's actually 7:10. We've been up a while. We woke up really early to watch Formula One, and I slept through most of it, but I saw the interesting bits. I woke up kind of every time it got interesting, I think, and then we went and got a cup of tea. Here it is. Luckily, just at the bottom of our elevator, we get out and there it is. So, and that early there was no queue. It's starting to build up now. So today we are gonna just try and find Gary a shirt, and go get breakfast soon. A little shopping trip, but I'm not sure that it'll be the shopping trip for yarn. It'll just probably be looking up around Caesar's Palace, and the shops there, because I got Macy's. I liked it in there last time, so I thought I'd give it another try, because I did get some really nice handbags in there. I only bought 2, but both of them have gone. You know, the saga of my handbag theft. All of them just seem to be gone. Anyway, we went to Death Valley yesterday. I can see why they might call it that. Whoa, it felt like we were being microwaved. Seriously, it was the hottest I've ever encountered. And I've been to some hot places. I've had some hot days in Vegas, in Grand Canyon. I've had hot days in other countries, but wow, it's so, I cannot describe how it was, but and there were signs: walking can kill, do not walk after 10 a.m. And then we were walking onto these salt flats and climbing hills. That was a mission. Both Gary and myself, our clothes are so baggy today. Possibly a bit of weight loss and a bit of dehydration, but I tell you what, that I was at one point, I thought I couldn't go any further. I couldn't do any more hills to climb. We went to lots and lots of different places, but the last one was a sunset. Well, not the last one was stars, but the moon was too full to see them any better than we see them at home, really. But we went, whether we saw the sunset, I kind of got to one vantage point, and I said to Gary, you go on up, because it was like this. And I said, you know, don't worry about me, you go up, you get some good pictures, and I'll just sort of do what I can. Well, I noticed there was a seat, and I thought where that seat is was just perfect position to see the sunset behind a mountain. And it was looking really good, so I thought I'm going to sit there and film it. So I did. And I've got a 5-minute video of the sunset and Japanese people talking in the background, unfortunately, but not all the time. Some of the time I was there on my own. And then once I'd done that, I looked and I thought, actually, it's not even that far now to the next part where Gary and we were with a couple of the girls called Madison and Alex, and they were all up there. So I thought, oh, it's not far now. So doing it in sort of increments, and it was easy. So I'm glad I did that, because some of the most stunning and crazy scenery I've ever seen. But apparently it was called Death Valley by a group of people who were going to California, I guess for the gold rush. I don't know, but yeah, I think it was gold rush. So they thought it would be a shortcut. And it was so harsh that they thought it was going to be their graveyard. But one of them did die. And as they emerged from it, one of them said, "Goodbye, Death Valley." And it kind of stuck. So that was, that's the famous 49ers, I guess. Unless you know otherwise, you can tell me, because it's not really my history. Tea's still not cool enough, I don't think. Oh, it is. It is. I bought a t-shirt while we were there in this stopover. Very expensive in there though, but I figured, you know what, we're short on t-shirts, and yeah, it was a nice light one. A lot of the others, although I liked them, they were thick, or they had things like this on, which, you know, you get hot underneath, but that one, it just seemed more printed and a very thin shirt. I thought I'd get that, and that will be another shirt to wear while I'm here. Tonight we have the Tournament of Kings, which I'm looking forward to. We did it last time, and it's pretty cool. A bit like, I don't know, medieval times. It's good, good fun. So we should enjoy that. Now we've got LA. I wasn't going to book it up, but they kind of took the money. I had it reserved, and it must have a clause in there that says we would take it on this date. I mean, I could cancel it if I wanted to. As long as you've got 24 hours notice, you can cancel things. But I don't feel like going to that one. And then there was another one. We were going to go to Bryce Canyon in Utah. But I've asked them several questions, and they haven't really answered them, because if it's really, it's a canyon. So I wanted to know how many hills and slopes there were. And apparently you don't have a guide. And although it says hotel pickups, we would have to trudge at, pick them up at 5 something in the morning and go all the way to Treasure Island, which is the other end of the strip for us. And, you know, I think Gary said that was brilliant yesterday, and it's lovely to do another one, but maybe not 5 in the morning, because we've got 6 in the morning for LA. And although that wouldn't be a problem for me at the moment, my sleep pattern seems to be that I'm awake at 4. Just might not be then, you know. But God, honestly, that was hot, man. That was really. I took some lovely pictures. This phone doesn't have the best ones. My other one does. And but we do have some nice ones, I think. So this was the sunset one, but obviously it's gone down by then. We did have some lovely orange and red skies. They're all really on the other phone. But yeah, this was us by the Death Valley sign. The other phone's got the better ones. I will sort them all out. Gary said, am I going to make another scrapbook? So I probably will. But the other scrapbook had lots of tickets and stuff like that in it. Whereas this one will just probably have photos and leaflets and stuff like that. Well, we watched Formula 1 this morning, although I slept through most of it. And now we are watching the Tottenham Hotspur v Arsenal game. Well, Gary is, while I'm talking to you. But it strikes me though that, you know, if you live in the USA, you can see all the things that we pay exorbitant prices for free. So annoying. We should be getting them for free. It's not. We pay for sport. We shouldn't have to pay for the sport that you watch. Do you know what I mean? We pay for sport channels. That should be the end of it. Shouldn't have to pay per view for any other sport. Unless it's, I guess, a boxing match, but I don't even agree with that. If you paid for sport channels, you should see every single piece of sport without paying any more money. That's my opinion. And the only thing that changed, because everything used to be free with the TV license fee, it was the advent of Sky that started all this off. That was what it was. And we became a satellite TV nation. Oh, it makes me so mad. But I do think that's really bad, you know. You pay for sport, you shouldn't have to pay for any more sport. Just my little soapbox moment. My whinge of the morning. Oh, that is good. Actually, really nice tea and coffee there. They do Lavazza. I like Lavazza coffee. So I will have coffees, but mostly I've been drinking the tea. And it's a big cup, so they put 2 tea bags in, so I have to be quick or it gets strong, and I don't do strong tea. Oh, so I was thinking of going to the Sphere. It's a little, on the place where I book the tours normally, they don't do a sphere tour. Maybe they will in the future, but they haven't got it in their locker at the minute. So you'd have to book it up there. And I know I've looked it up, and the best range numbers of seats to get. But they do concerts in there, and they do sort of shows, and they do kind of stuff, I guess, like any IMAX cinema or something would do that sort of unusual thing. But they've got robots, and they're really kind of futuristic. I'll see if I can show you a picture of one. Excuse me. Oopsie. Oh, have a look. Let me get... Right, let's get the images. Where are we? So this is the Sphere Entertainment Humanoid Spokesbot. How cool is that? It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? I did not murder him. You know what I mean? Okay, what movie was that from? You know, I've often said that me and my kids, we kind of converse sometimes in movie quotes. Did not murder him. It's quite an easy one, really, guys. So I thought yesterday I was going to get burnt to a crisp. I've been using a real good, strong face SPF by La Roche-Posay, and I found it some time ago when it was hot in England. It was not this hot though, mind you, you know what I mean? Hot, it was the Diet Coke of hot, you know, it's not like this. So, and I thought, you know, going out, I was using retinol, which means you can burn easy. So, every time I put sun cream on, I would get sticky, and then you try and think, oh, I'm gonna make a video. You don't want to be all shiny and sticky. You want to put a little bit of powder on, so it would stick to it and it would look awful. So I found this one that was Dry Touch, and it was really good. So I bought quite a few tubes of it because it's only tiny, only for your face. So I managed to find another one while I was here, and it was the one I used as an SPF 50, but the one here was 60. The only difference being that one you have to apply every 2 hours, whereas mine's 8 hours as long as you don't get in the swimming pool. Then it would be, I think it's about 4 hours or something. So I only applied it once, and I'm not burnt to a crisp. Still happens, still happens. Yeah, so, and I had normal for my arms, and look, I'm not burnt at all. And considering it was like being in an oven set to maximum, that's amazing. I was bright red like a tomato though, all the time we were there. And you look at your reflection and you think, I'm burning. But no, I was just hot because and red because it was hot. Thank goodness it wasn't burning. But I guess, you know, I must be getting a little bit of colour compared, no, it's still white. I think I'm browner than I usually am. I don't seem to burn here, fun. It's weirdly, I suppose because you go in a lot, don't you? You go the walkway, you go inside, you're walking on the strip, you're in the shade a lot. So maybe that's the reason. It's kind of short bursts of sun, unless you're out all day in Death Valley or Grand Canyon or something. Anyway, cheers guys, gonna have a slurp. Okay, let's look up a joke. Might take me a while. Internet's slow today. Oh, I didn't have a signal all day yesterday. And my phones, I took 2 because obviously I was taking pictures and as well, and I wanted a lot of, you know, if it was gonna run out of battery, I wanted oh, speaking of which, I thought I'd charge this. Anyway, yeah, so I took 2 and both of them went into SOS mode. And I looked it up and it said the SOS was usually because you pressed SOS, but that's not it. That's if you're calling SOS. But every time it got really hot, they went into, I think it was just the phone was saying, help me, I'm gonna burn up, I will explode. Okay, let's see, dad jokes. Best dad jokes gone flirty. No, we don't them. Best jokes on Twitter, don't want that. I go there. Okay, here we go. Same ones as yesterday. Oh, why was the cucumber seed late for work? It was in a bit of pickle. Did that one yesterday. What do you call a bull before he grows? No, I did that one yesterday. What do you call siblings that never fight? Impossible. What do you call a person that has keys to the bathroom? A can opener. What do corn farmers use as the internet? Cobweb. Why do genies fly on magic carpets? So no one ever wishes for cheaper flights. These are not that funny, are they? Hang on, let's find a funny one. What did the Boy Scout say when asked which knot is better? It's a tie. Oh, it's a groaner. What kind of shoes does the tooth fairy wear? Sneakers. We'll call that one. That's the funniest one. They weren't that great. I guess they are dad jokes at the end of the day. Gary, tell me if they score.
They did.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I like Arsenal. Yeah, I support Tottenham and also kind of support Arsenal. So when they play each other, it's known in England as the scum match because they both sets of fans call the other scum. So it's the scum match. And in the past, I've always wanted a draw for the scum match, but it depends to me. I kind of weigh up who it's more important for, in a way. But this stage of the game, it's not important for anyone. Yeah, equally important for both. As long as neither of them lose, I always figured it was a good thing. But, you know, the results always tend to be like, yeah, okay. Because, you know, I like them both. The reason I like them both is because I was born in Tottenham. Well, I was born around the corner from Tottenham. So all of my family were Tottenham Hotspur supporters and brought up that way, really. And it was just the allegiance. And then when I had kids, Paul was the first one to really like football. And he decided to support Arsenal, the rival of the scum, you know. So I got to like them and be a referee between my kids because by that time Michael was Tottenham like the rest of the family. This is the only, and my brother used to say to me, that kid's all right. You did something all right with him, but I don't know what you did to that one, but you did something really bad. You didn't bring him up right. It's scum. You did something fundamentally wrong with that kid. That's what he used to say. It's quite funny, my brother. He used to be anyway, he used to be quite a joker. Always had jokes, always, and was always laughing and always doing crazy funny stuff. And when I look back, you know, he was the life and soul, always was. And I guess, you know, I suppose if I had to say, maybe he and I share that funny gene. Yeah. But he was kind of a male version of me, I guess. Getting rather warm. Probably the tea. It's his birthday today. My brother's birthday. So happy birthday to him, although he isn't going to watch me, but it can't be his birthday. Actually, it's his wife's birthday. And I miss his birthday. Yeah, it's his... Go share a Facebook, you know. I'm sure it's him. I'm sure it's his birthday. Maybe I've got it the wrong way round. It is his birthday because my sister put my big brother. Yeah. I used to know. I think she's the 1st, he's the 15th. I always get that round the wrong way. But they're very close together, their birthdays. can lose that now, it's not hot anymore. Anyway, not really got much else to tell you, apart from if you ever get the chance to go to Death Valley, it's well worth going to, it's well worth seeing. It's hard terrain, and it is, if you go at this time of the year, incredibly hot. I mean, I cannot describe that heat. You just felt like, you know, when you open the oven door and that blasts you, that's constant. That's how it was. It's like stepping into that oven. And yeah, it was pretty, my fingers, I know it happened to me once before. Last time we were here, we walked from the Stratosphere. No, we walked from Fremont Street to the Stratosphere. Down a dodgy area, apparently. They did say to us at the end, never walk down that street. That's what that, you know, when we told the hotel where we'd been, they went, really? Never walk down there. Oh, okay. Just don't go. It's a no-go zone, don't go. I thought, oh, okay. We survived, but yeah. So, didn't realise there were no-go areas, but anyway, while we were walking, it was so hot and you got so dry, my fingers, they swelled like sausages. They were, I couldn't really do this. And that was happening to me yesterday, and I was drinking tons of water. Our guide, Justin, didn't really speak very good English. He was South Korean. So you had to really kind of, you know, talk to him and maybe ask a few times to, you didn't quite get that, and then eventually you'd get it. But he was a lovely guy, and he brought a big, great big cool box full of ice and water. And all I wanted to do was put my feet in that water. My feet were burning, because I had to wear sneakers, you know, trainers to you guys in England, and socks. So I just wanted to take them off and just plunge them into that ice water. Obviously, I wouldn't have done that, but it was a fantasy. I just wanted, it was like, oh, that's so inviting. And I had the henchest of blisters underneath my my toes, where it meets, kind of, so this, where it meets the pad, you know, right under there, and a huge blister. Gary's got one on his foot too, on his toe. So we're kind of like nursing our wounds, but our heat wounds they were. But yeah, if you ever get the chance to go, it is amazing. That you will, unless you live in the Sahara and you're used to that temperature, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle, definitely. But we went to this final destination and he put this kind of mat down, you know, like them blocking mats, but on a large scale. And he put that down, and we was all meant to lay on the floor and look at the stars, but the moon was too bright. And I thought, well, looking at that, it's about, I see them better at home in a way. He said, but if the moon's not out, then you can see the whole Milky Way, and you can see all the stars, like more than ever. Because you see them on the movies and you think, why? It's not like that, you know, there's not that many stars in the sky, but there probably are. But when there's light pollution, even if it is the moon, you don't get to see them. Anyway, still haven't found any yarn, but oh yes, we drove past so many Walmarts, and the girls were laughing at me because every time we went, oh, there's yarn in there, there's yarn in there, and yeah, I never got to stop at any of them. We passed some big ones, and we stopped in Pahrump. I'm really happy about that, because you know what, if you ever watch CSI Las Vegas and you hear the place names and you used to hear about Pahrump, I mean, the claim to fame in CSI Pahrump was that there was a chicken ranch there, you know, like a brothel. I don't know if that's true. We just stopped at a place where there was a store, a restroom, and we had lunch there. And then but I took the picture of the sign. I was going to send it to Paul because he and I used to watch CSI together. It's my eldest son was more or less my TV buddy for quite some time, watching all the good shows, you know, like CSI, Prison Break, 24, you know, all those kind of shows at that time. We used to watch Bones, but we didn't ever get very far because then he ended up moving on, sort of, you know, moving out to get his own place, and yeah, so we didn't always get to do it after that. Anyway, I am going to call it a day, upload this video, and go and put that phone on charge for a bit, because I really thought I had it plugged in, but I didn't, and it won't last the day. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get some goodies today when I'm out. I won't get any yarn because we're on the strip, and there isn't any, but you never know. Got a few days left. I'm going to try my best. I was a bit sick going past all those Walmarts. It's like, there's a big one there, look, big Walmart. And then we saw a big Ross store, and the girl at the back said, when there's a Ross, there's usually a Michael's. I went, really? And she said, not always, but usually. I went, oh, will I go back? But you know, I don't think they'd have been too pleased. Never mind. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.